everyone. I just want to take a quick minute to go over in a little more detail what the expectation is for the Healthy Lifestyle Management Plan Part B assignment. So this is the final assignment for your course. It's worth the most, 20%, and it bookends the experience of the Healthy Lifestyle Management Plan Part A assignment. So if you remember, about 6 weeks ago, you pledged that you were going to change one behavior, and you drafted a plan for that. Maybe it was to get more sleep, reduce your amount of screen time, lose a bit of excess weight, build up a bit of muscle. Whatever it was, now you're going to tell me about the success of your plan. And I'm not going to be marking you on whether you were successful or not. I'm going to be grading you on the critical reflection of your progress and what you learned about it. So let me share my screen and we'll take a look together. So on our course on eCentennial, under the Assessments Assignment folder, you will see the Healthy Lifestyle Management Plan Part B folder is now open. What you're going to do is click and download the Word document template so that you can work out of it, exactly like you did for the first assignment and the labs as well. So I'll stop sharing that screen and instead share my Word document with you now. So there are 5 questions that you'll need to answer with the Healthy Lifestyle Management Plan assignment. And take your time, read the instructions. It's not a difficult assignment, but it is one that requires you slow down and think thoroughly before you answer. So in the first question, easy peasy, you just need to restate your SMART goal. What had you originally told me you were going to do? And if you say, I wanted to lose weight, that is a goal. It is not a SMART goal, right? So I'm looking for all of the elements. I wanted to lose 5 pounds of excess body fat through exercise within 3 months. That is restating your SMART goal. And then you're going to give me a little bit of understanding of how it went, right? What were the kinds of barriers or distractions that came up that prevented you from being successful or that got in the way, even though maybe you were successful, but of course, everyone still encounters barriers. The next question asks you to summarize your action steps. Going to a Zumba class twice a week, walking instead of taking the bus to campus, so extra 15 minutes, as well as, eating more fruits and vegetables and ordering less Uber Eats. Those were the action steps maybe that you pledged in the first assignment. And then you're going to let me know, do you think that you are on track to succeeding? Or if your goal was only for 6 weeks, did you succeed in your goal? Let me know what's going on there. And maybe you didn't follow all your action steps. Why didn't you follow them? No judgment, but we want to dig down and understand what was going on there. Question 3 is going to ask you to rate on a scale your effort. So between 1 and 5, how much effort do you honestly think that you put into the healthy lifestyle management plan that you had for yourself? And then you want to explain that effort. And I made a note to be careful not to confuse results with effort. So up here, often people tell me their results, right? I did or didn't lose the weight. I didn't reduce my screen time as much as I wanted to. Here, what I'm looking for is, why didn't you put in the maximum effort? Or if you did put in a lot of effort, why? What motivated you to stay on top of this? Despite the fact that maybe there were a lot of barriers that you had to encounter. So I want you to slow down and take your time to critically answer why you put in the effort level that you did. I always respect honesty. I will not grade you if you didn't put in a lot of effort. It's more about understanding your motivation. Which brings me to the 4th question, which I really love and believe is the heart of the assignment. And that is for you to think about, what have I learned? From this process, what have I learned about myself, about my habits, about what motivates me? And then to summarize what I would change and do differently going forward. And I want you to incorporate the learning from chapter 1. If you remember all the way back to our first and second week of class when we looked at behavior change. What about procrastination? What about motivation? What about examining my current habits? What did I use that was helpful, and what did I use that wasn't helpful that I might want to do differently? So think about and let me know, what will you change and why? And finally, the last question asks you to state a new SMART goal. So for many of you, it will actually be an edit of your original goal because most people aren't particularly successful in the first go. And that's okay. It's more about what you learned, right? And then as you change, you tweak little things and get better and more successful. So for those of you who weren't particularly successful on this go around, you'll probably want to tweak and modify your current SMART goal and then incorporate into question 5, right? The new and improved SMART goal. But for a few of you, you might have been really successful in your behavior change plan, in which case it's time to level up to a new SMART goal. And that's it. Just remember, as always, to slow down and double check your writing for basic grammar and spelling errors, and then save it as a PDF, preferably, or a Word document, and upload it back to the assignment folder. And the last thing I want to tell you before I sign off, coming back to the assignment folder here, is see this chart, this rubric. This is the scoring chart that I use to grade you. So if you want to know, how do I get the best possible marks for this assignment that is worth 20%? Then you can read through each question and find out what it is I'm looking for in order to give you top marks. So use the rubric as your friend, as a helpful guide as you're working through this assignment. Okay, thanks everybody.